Volo cars. Yeah, I already decided I'm saving the Jurassic Adventure for another trip, even though it looks awesome. The Jurassic Gardens, will do that next time. Look at his tail going crazy over there. They have a Showbiz Pizza here also? Seriously? Anyway, you see a signed George Barris Bat Cycle and replica Batmobile from '89. Nice. What the heck? So now we're gonna move on to room 2 with a Fonzie jacket signed right outside the door. So here they have a Mad Max car with a mannequin of Mel over there. It says that this was made by the same person who did restoration work on the original screen-used Mad Max car. During the restoration, he replicated the car's props and modifications to completely accurately to build this car. Freaking chains. Pretty cool. Then here we have the Eleanor, gone in 60 seconds. It says that they had a total of 11 Eleanors built for the movie. So I was wondering, I've seen one before, I think in Branson, our friends in Branson. The producers wanted Mustang to have an updated, more modern, sleek look. Breed a Lamborghini with a Mustang, and Eleanor is born. Then over here, we have one of the Transformer cars. 1977 Chevy Camaro. Referred to as the Beater Bee. The version of the Bumblebee was used in the first Transformers movie. It's the most unique and recognizable of the Bumblebee versions because of its distressed look and custom faded paint. There were 3 of these made. 3 identical Beater Bees. So here's a James Bond Die Another Day car. They say that they acquired this at an auction. Look at that, you can see all the gadgets and everything on it. And it says that the Aston Martin Vanquish is an imposter. Built as a stunt car for James Bond Die Another Day. It's actually a Jaguar. Many people do not realize, but at the time of this movie, Ford owned both Aston Martin and Jaguar, which both share the same platform as a Mustang. This is a prototype of the Speed Racer Mach 5, and it actually says this is the first live version Mach 5 ever built. It's the prototype to what would become the signature series. And over here they have a whole Star Wars world. Land speeder. One of the land speeders. Fictional anti-gravity craft that was driven by Luke Skywalker. Built by John Steers, who fitted the body around the chassis of a 3-wheeled Von Bug automobile. One of the greatest challenges for the production crew was to disguise the wheels to create an illusion that it was floating. Huh. They literally used smoke and mirrors to achieve that. Wow. Okay, it says this was from Furious 7. '14 Subaru. Donated 6 brand new Subaru Imprezas for use of Paul Walker's car in Fast and Furious 7. They bought it directly from Universal Studios. Was that, I think that was his last one. Was 7 his last one? Then over here is another Fast and Furious vehicle. I bet you they get him the same, the guy from Branson told me, he basically, people that work in the industry that auction these contact him first before they go up for auction a lot of times, and he gets chances to buy them. So this is a 1973 Corvette Grand Sport that was used in Fast and Furious 5. Vin Diesel and The Rock over there fighting. They have a photo of it being used in the movie. There's Paul Walker and Vin Diesel on it. Now we all know a General Lee when we see it, but this one is signed by everybody. Looks like anybody that could have signed it did. Cletus, Luke, Cooter, Daisy, James Best, Roscoe, and Flash. So it says, why is this one important? It says in 1979, Warner Brothers sold this General Lee to transportation coordinator Don Schisler for $10 and consideration to settle money they owed. This is the first General Lee to ever be offered for sale. Wow. Wow, that's very cool. That is actually one of the screen used. And look, they got Jesse's Moonshine in the back. Man, that's cool to see. You just never know. You never know how often when you see these, whether they're really actually screen used or not, and this one for sure is. It says on there it's extensively documented as well. Okay, they're saying this is the real Ghostbusters car. The real ECTO-1, or a real ECTO-1. I'll read exactly what they're saying about it because wow, that's pretty amazing if it really is. Like I said, I'm always skeptical. Look, it does have all the computers and everything inside. So it says this car is recognized instantly as iconic from the 80s movie Ghostbusters. Cadillac had a life in the movie business and was screen used before being converted into ECTO-1. It says Cadillac is actually a 1960 and was dressed up in 59, including the additions of the huge fins that the 59 Cadillac was famous for, which are back there. It says Volo acquired this car directly from the transportation. You can see it says right there, from the transportation department, had it restored. So it's a real one. That's really cool. I was kind of wondering what happened to the real one. And here's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vehicle. I don't recognize this, really. I do recognize the next thing though. Pizza Power. I don't know if this was used in the movies or just made based off of the movies. But here we have the Blues Brothers car. How cool is that, man? I bet that is the real one. From what they have, this probably is the real one. Signed by Dan Aykroyd right there. The microphone hanging there. That is awesome. We're on a mission from God. This is hundreds of cars were used and destroyed in the filming of the Blues Brothers. For some scenes, scale model cars were built and used instead of real cars. The Bluesmobile was a real California Highway Patrol car. When none of the original Bluesmobiles survived the filming, this Bluesmobile was built as a special promotion show car using the original production designs. Like the screen used cars, it too is a real California Highway Patrol car that was aged in distress with Hollywood makeup. Okay, so there we go. None of the real ones survived, so this was made to do promotions. And we know that's not the real Beverly Hillbillies, because that's at the Ralph Foster Museum of the Ozarks, and we were just there recently. But it's signed by Barris. Here they have Arnold Schwarzenegger's 1989 Cadillac Hearse from Terminator 3. It was driven by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the graveyard scene. His last hit movie back, well, it's been a while since they made this movie. Simulated bullets all over the car, as you can see. here's the coffin with the bullet holes all over it. Okay, on to the next room. It says this is their Ford versus Ferrari exhibit. So these are all cars from the movie. It was a good movie. Pretty cool to see the cars too. Here we have a Hot Wheel car. Pretty cool. Look at that. Wow. We'll just do a walkthrough of some of these. And here is a Barbie car. From Epcot. They used it at Epcot. Cruise around Epcot in Barbie's Cadillac. This was at Walt Disney World. Oh, this is really cool. A Charlie Chaplin car. That is really neat. You'd have a hard time seeing out of it though. Just a kind of a little fun prop car. And then Christine. This is 1958 Plymouth Fury. For the movie, a total of 14 cars were said to be used. Several stunt cars were made with different special effects. The request of Stephen King, this Christine was also used in the movie November 22nd, 63, based on King's novel, produced by J.J. Abrams. So that's supposedly a real one. And then here, this, that looks like that could be the real Dragula, as a matter of fact. I'm seeing some serious aging on it. So that probably could be, let's see. Yep. Total of 5 Dragulas were built. One for TV use and the others were promotional. This is car 5 and the most authentic in existence. Neat. I was gonna say that looked not like a cheap version to me. Looked pretty good. And then that looks a little too good, so we just saw the original, so we know it's not, but nice. Okay. Now they have a grease car, but we just saw the real grease car, so maybe they had more than one. Frenchie signed it, Barris signed it. Oh no, this was, okay, so what this was used in the Glee Grease tribute. This one was. And then a Batmobile, but it's not the original. Still cool, but not the original. Then the Animal House car. That's pretty cool. Love Animal House. There they are all hanging out on it. You can see some of the wear on it up here. Yeah, it has the paperwork. It says this was one of the screen used. And then this is one of 2 actual screen used replicas for Miami Vice. Well, replica Daytona is what I mean. Only one of 2 they really used. Look at that car phone. Oh, wow! Johnny Cash guitar car. Look at that. Holy moly. That's pretty awesome. I gotta admit, that is awesome. And then here's the vehicle from Alien. Wow, fully authenticated. So that's the real deal. Here's an Indiana Jones boat car. The Duck, it says. And then look, I'm guessing not the original, because it doesn't have the wear and tear and there's no placard or anything. Family Truckster. And then a replica time machine, which I show because, hey, not everybody can get out to where the real one is. You might want to take your photo with some of them here. And a kit car. Now we're heading off to building 4. Whoa! Was not expecting this. Or this. Nice. Or the Simpsons. I like the Simpsons. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at this. The Brute Boss Hog says it was the first monster truck built in 1975. Wow. It's crushed hundreds of cars in its time. It's got flat tires now back there, but wow, what a piece of history. And this says this is the actual lifeboat from Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks movie. See it down here? Tom Hanks popping out of the back of it there. Glass has a hole in it there, but this is where we see Tom Hanks popping out of, right here. Let's look inside. We will definitely be back for this place. There's more at this museum and on these grounds than we could ever possibly see in one day. I didn't even show you the boats and the tractors and the military stuff. There is so much stuff here, really. I mean, including the True Lies plane. How cool is that? I love True Lies. One of the best Schwarzenegger movies. I thought that was a great one. Tom Arnold's awesome in it too. Yeah, they actually had a poster over there saying this was from True Lies. This is so cool. And they're still working on this, but it says these are the actual train cars from the movie Wild Wild West. Will Smith and Kevin Kline.